tried to join y'all like 5 times.
Alright, bro, that ain't no problem. I just gotta.
What? Okay, after this play, motherfucker, I ain't switching in the middle of a play.
Yeah, motherfucker. Who do you think he is?
Nigga, give me that. What are you doing?
Stupid.
Give me that.
And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Now following the interception, here's Newton being chased out left. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He throws, and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll run with Foreman, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
20.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on 1st down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Keep it skinny. Hey, Delta. Start. 12. Start.
Rivers now on 2nd down. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 3rd down, Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A run by Foreman to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
But we just... run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10, and in this case, they did it really successfully.
Play action. It's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Room to run past midfield. And down right around the 37. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Underneath for Miller. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football. On the toss, here's Foreman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. Out of the gun, Newton. Fighting through pressure. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reaon they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
Rivers now to throw on first down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Odell Beckham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now here's Succop out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer
this time? Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And some space here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They keep it on the ground. This time, it's Miller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now a toss play. This is Foreman. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Newton to throw. And he's got Lockett. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll go with Foreman. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for the Titans. 45 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
To throw is Rivers. He sets to fire deep, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the 1st down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did, and batted it away.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Two minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back to Tennessee after this. Third and long for Rivers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A very solid gain of 27. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now here's Succop out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On first down, it's Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
20. Ready. Ready.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Harris has it over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Newton. Throw left side complete. It's Harris. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On first down, Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Hey. Do something.
2nd and 10, Newton again. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Newton throwing again. And he's got Miller. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the red zone now, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. To throw on 3rd down, Newton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Demaryius Thomas as the first half is winding down. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Rivers. Over the middle to Beckham. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Suckup will put this one right through. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's Newton. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Rivers. Forced out to his left, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage.
Now he's flushed out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is up to 8. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Now a first down throw for Newton. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. A very solid gain of 27. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw, it seems almost effortless.
It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. After the penalty, it's Miller. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the 3 points there gets him a bit closer, but you can bet there's probably some guys on that sideline, Charles, thinking we deserve a better play.
No doubt, Brandon. Those 2 misses earlier kind of hanging over him right about now. In a tight one like this, if those are makes, then obviously this is a completely different game.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. A little bit of tough catch, though, falls incomplete. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On play action, Rivers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hey, hey.
Now Newton. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on. Keep it skinny. Done.
Throwing again. Rivers. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Alex Okafor in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Hey.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. He's going to look deep down the field. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Rivers. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Ready! Delta! And hut!
From the gun, Rivers. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick, and they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. Back now in Nashville. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The Titans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Rivers. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And Suckup will put this one right through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And got his man complete. A huge play there for Houston. And even 40 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Now it's Miller. And a short gain down to about the 33. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Come on. White.
Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. A 4th touchdown pass there for Phillip Rivers. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Steps away to his left. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jarrell Casey in there to bury him for a loss of 11. The Texans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Newton. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Newton on 1st down. Now a desperation throw, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, go orange. Orange. Get hot. Buffalo wall. Get hot.
Throwing here, Rivers. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Set. Read 80. 5-4.
A first down throw here for Rivers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey.
2nd and 10. Newton again. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Newton now to throw. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Harris.
Here we go.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that one.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
12.
Rivers here to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And that'll make it 3rd down.
5-4. Sit. Delta.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Alex Okafor. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are.